Hello, it is an exciting day on Tidbits. It is finally the day to reveal our new European farmhouse kitchen in our new pole barn home, which is in fact the very first room that we've finished since we've moved into our construction chaos. I can't tell you what makes me more excited to share this with you or just to be able to finally move on to another space. Either way, let me walk you through our kitchen tour and share all the details with you. When we moved in, we had to adapt to our state of chaos pretty quickly. The kitchen, being the busiest space in the home, needed to have some sort of order first and foremost. To adapt, we simply made some quick plywood countertops with black contact paper stapled on top. We had a fridge, sink, and a range, but hardly any cabinet fronts and drawers. We did the best we could day by day and just worked hard to bring the space together in whatever time we could give to it. Well, 2 months later, we have a lovely, finished, eat-in European farmhouse kitchen full of character and beauty. Now, before I jump into all of the details, I want you to know that I will leave links in the description to a playlist full of all the videos and how-tos that we've created while bringing this space together. There are also a few more tutorials to come, so be sure to subscribe. I've also created a shop page with all of the products I've brought in for this space that have a source, though many of the items are DIY or from my antique shopping trips. Okay, let's jump in. First, let's talk about what is European organic farmhouse design. Here is a wide view of our U-shaped kitchen space. Now, being the first space for us to complete, I felt I needed to settle on the style of this home and give it a name if I could to help guide all my design decisions. I really liked the sound of European organic farmhouse design because it basically draws from inspiration from many styles that can be found in European countries. And I love organic textures like nubby linens, raw wood, timeless metals, textured walls, to name a few. And so the term farmhouse just felt fitting for this pole barn home, even if the farm is yet to come. Now, you're going to hear me use the term eat-in kitchen, which is a design choice that is common outside of the States in smaller homes, particularly European countries, but it is rising in popularity everywhere. However, I have found the term to be misinterpreted at times. Some might call it a kitchen that has a kitchen island and an adjoining dining room with a table, an eat-in kitchen. But in fact, a true eat-in kitchen does not have an island, and the kitchen table is directly inside the kitchen itself. There is no dining room space or nook at all. Now, this is how my grandma's small kitchen was arranged, and I loved the charm of it. So with our dining table directly in the center of the kitchen, this is a true eat-in kitchen, and there is no other dining room. We are lucky to have plenty of countertop prep surface without an island, but my husband and I cannot get over how much we love this cozy design and living concept. I'll probably have to do another video all about that, but it is so convenient to have the table so close to all the prep and the dishes. A little backstory on our dining table. We made this rolling work table for a garage studio that we had set up temporarily in a rental home. And I always hoped to use this large quartz top table as an island in a future home. But also knowing we wouldn't have room for a dining room and an island in this home, we decided to use it anyway. It took some adjustments like cutting down the legs and painting them to work better with the space. But we adore this big, wide dining table. This quartz top is so kid and craft friendly, and we have plenty of room for food, centerpieces, family games, and more. I found these dining chairs antiquing and made a French country slipcover to cover the cushions that did not fit in with my style. I don't absolutely love them, but they will work for now. My husband made some benches out of the same white oak that he used to make our countertops. We find benches just work better with kids, and I'm not always pushing chairs in or out of the way because we all know the kids won't remember to do that. Because we opted for windows instead of upper cabinets, we used this wall for a row of tall cabinets. Included on this wall is our panel-ready refrigerator to make this space look very seamless. We bought IKEA cabinets and had some custom flat panel fronts made for the cabinets, and my husband also made some of the fronts. We did this just so that our kitchen didn't scream IKEA. We then painted our cabinets the color Ghost Whisperer by PPG Paints. We love the function and organization of IKEA cabinets, but enjoyed customizing a bit for our own unique look. You can read more about this in my post all about the design plans for our kitchen. I'll link to that below. I also previously shared a video all about this lovely champagne hardware from Atlas Homewares. A quick look at this hall tree that fills the space between the side of the door and the cabinets. I found it at an antique market, and my husband just lightly sanded the wood to give it more of a raw wood look and to cut down some of the orange tones. It's a great place to drop off keys and bags while I'm busy going in and out and chasing kids around. You'll notice the lower cabinets are different from the tall cabinets. Now, I wanted a two-tone kitchen look, and so we did all the lower cabinets white with this beaded front. Our dishwasher is also panel ready, and our garbage is tucked nicely inside a cabinet drawer. I love how uniform it just all looks. After 2 months of using our DIY butcher block countertops with the stone tap, we love them as much as we did on day one. They've held up so great, and we expect that they will last many, many years. I've been asked if I've had to baby the wood countertops, and by using a polyurethane finish, I don't have to at all. They will get stacked with all sorts of dirty, wet dishes and wipe beautifully clean every time. This beautiful large apron front fireplace sink is from Blanco, and it is just perfect for the space. I searched for a long time to find some cool antique shelving to store our everyday dishes on, and I feel like I hit jackpot with these two cute shelves. I'm a huge fan of open shelving, especially for your daily dishes that you can just grab and put away easily. And having my collection of ivory dishes close on hand is just lovely and convenient. I also like how these shelves are low enough for the kids to just easily grab and help put away the dishes. The very best part of the kitchen is the natural light that pours in these windows. Now, I've been dreaming of a light-filled kitchen, so we made sure we had plenty of windows. I did sew some lightweight linen curtains and hung them up with a brass tension rod and brass clips. The sun can really blare through here in the mornings, and it's nice to be able to filter it if we need to. And I think the little cafe curtain look is very charming. The linen really adds some softness and texture to the space as well. We also added marble shelves to the base of the window sills, which makes them easy to wipe down and so pretty to stash some of my favorite little things. And we did some more open shelving on this other side to display pretty unique finds and useful kitchen items. My husband made these shelves out of dark walnut wood. I also really wanted to hang a utensil rod, but I could not quite find one that I liked at a price point that I liked. I asked Kevin if he thought he could make one at work with the equipment that they had there. He brought home this rustic beauty the next day, and I have to say he sure knows how to speak my love language. I just used a gold metal rub and buff product that gave it this warm brassy look, and I did the same with the S-hooks I just found on Amazon. I love being able to display some pretty antique things, and I have my cooking utensils out where they are handy to grab. Okay, let's look up at the lighting. The fun pleated pennants turned out better than I hoped. I struggled feeling like I was going to have to spend a lot of money on some really big statement fixtures because of how high the ceiling is and the size of the room. However, I took a chance on some smaller, very affordable pennants, and I absolutely love how simple they are, yet noticeable. I plan to do a nice big chandelier for this fixture, and I figure you don't want light fixtures competing against each other, so these are just the perfect size and they are simple. I'll keep looking for the perfect statement fixture to hang in that center spot, but I saved a lot of money by choosing these affordable pleated pennants. Now the sconces against the wall are very simple too, and they coordinate well with the pennants. They are frosted ribbed glass with a brass base. Now this cozy range area is likely my favorite spot. I've shared a lot about it and how we like our Verona Italian range, but we recently added this shelf above and it adds so much. We painted it the same color as the trim, which is Ashes by Pure and Original Paints. It added the perfect amount of detail and allowed me to have a nice spot to decorate with some art and pretty finds. This art consisted of a frame I found antiquing. I love the linen detail around the frame and the patina of the wood. This beautiful art was actually a digital print discovered by a company called Vintage Supply. The digital file only cost me $15, and then I had it printed for about $25 at a local print shop. I think it looks incredible. I didn't even bother to put glass over the frame because I think it looks so genuine, like a painted canvas. The smaller pottery vase up here was an antique find, but the bigger one was a fun DIY project where I took a store-bought vase that I didn't really like, and I coated it with joint compound and did a variety of paint colors and sanding. It turned out so cool. We built in shelving to the inside of the walls in this range area to store our spices, cooking oils, and more. I found these darling spice labels on Amazon and opted for a mixture of jar styles to add just a bit of variety. Over here we have our almond oil, olive oil, coconut oil in a jar, some vanilla extract, some honey, balsamic oil, just all the things that we like to grab on hand when we are cooking. We love the mix of marble material we added to this area with the big giant marble backsplash and the countertops and the shelves. But being able to cut and hone marble ourselves has come in very handy for this space, and I do have a video showing how we did that. Backing up a bit, you can see this arched doorway we added leading into the large pantry. And we haven't gotten to the pantry space just yet, but we have some fun plans for it. This room just felt a little too boxy until we added the arch. It made such a huge difference. Kevin also built me some boards here with shaker pegs to hang some aprons and some fun vintage finds. And it's also very useful things like this covered dustpan and this cast iron pan. A sweet friend found this incredibly unique cutting board for me. She said that she paid $1 for it at the Goodwill. It was the kindest gesture and I will definitely treasure it. I will be back to share more details in a tutorial on the paint on our walls and trim. We use the most amazing paint from Pure and Original. Now I hope that you can see the suede-like texture of these white walls, which is created by using a special mineral lime paint called Marrakesh. It's a thick plaster-like paint that you just brush on and then trowel to create a concrete-like movement and texture. These walls might be white, but they are full of texture. I wrote a post already all about Pure and Original paints, which I will be back to share our whole application process with you. I am hooked. This paint was amazing. The trim paint is also from Pure and Original, and it is from their Lachetto product, which is a more durable paint, perfect for trim or doors. This color Ashes turned out so perfect. Finally, something else worth mentioning is this pretty long runner rug I found on Amazon. It is so perfect for this space, and I padded underneath, making this prep and cleanup area a little bit nicer and cozier. I so hope you have enjoyed this tour of our new European Farmhouse Kitchen. It feels so good to have the space done and feeling like home. Please let me know if there are any other questions you might have that I didn't cover in this video, but I would also love to hear what you think of our kitchen. Let me know your favorite part and be sure to come back to see us work on the rest of the home, one DIY project at a time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I hope you enjoy my tidbits of inspiration for do-it-yourself living.